Who is this actually good for, who should skip it, and is it worth the price for normal everyday buyers? If you're standing in your hallway wondering whether a single piece of furniture can actually solve a clutter problem without looking out of place, you're not alone. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The decision to bring a tall, lean cabinet into a living room or bedroom is rarely just about more storage, it's about fitting into a flow you already have, avoiding the awkwardness of a piece that feels either too heavy or too flimsy, and making sure you don't end up paying for a style that never quite matches your decor. When I started looking at the 7UOYVBLNRSJM cupboard sweeper foundation cabinet, the first thing I asked myself was, will I actually use the height? Because the unit is tall and narrow, it's clearly designed for vertical space. In a small apartment where floor square footage is at a premium, that vertical advantage can be a game changer. On the other hand, if you have a sprawling floor plan with plenty of low shelves already, the extra height may end up being just a visual bulk that takes up eye-level space without adding real utility. The price point feels modest for a solid wood piece, but the value really comes from how it integrates into daily routines, whether you're pulling a wine bottle from the cooler section, stacking books, or simply tucking away cleaning supplies. Let's talk about who should buy this. First, city dwellers who have a bedroom or living room that feels cramped by conventional low-profile dressers will find this cabinet a practical fit. The narrow footprint works well in hallways or under windows where a wide piece would block traffic. If you're an avid reader with a growing collection of paperbacks and want a dedicated spot that doesn't require a full-wall bookshelf, the built-in bookcase angle makes it a solid option. Home entertainers who keep a small selection of wines or craft beers on hand will appreciate the luxury leaning wall design that subtly hints at a wine cooler without the need for a separate refrigeration unit. The cabinet also serves as a good entry point for someone looking to upgrade from a basic wire rack or cheap plastic storage unit. The solid wood construction promises a sturdier feel and a more polished aesthetic. Now, who should skip it? If you're looking for a piece that can double as a TV stand or a table, this isn't the right choice. The top surface is designed for storage rather than display, and the back-leaning design may make it feel unstable under a heavy TV. Likewise, families with very small children might want to think twice. The tall structure invites climbing, and the open front could become a dumping ground for toys that are hard to reach. Finally, anyone on a strict budget should compare this cabinet to a basic metal or particle board unit. While the 7UOYVBLNRSJM model has a cleaner, more modern look, the price difference may not be justified if you're only looking for a simple utility shelf. Turning to practical strengths, the first thing I noticed is the simple modern design claim holds up in real rooms. The flat panel doors and minimal hardware blend seamlessly with both Scandinavian minimalism and more traditional settings. There's no clashing hardware that screams new furniture. The cabinet's sturdy and long-lasting descriptor isn't just marketing fluff. The solid wood feels heavy enough that it stays put even when you open the top drawer while the lower shelves are fully loaded. That durability matters when you're regularly sliding in wine bottles or pulling out a stack of folded blankets. Another advantage is that ample storage capacity. The interior is split into 3 vertical sections, each deep enough for a standard wine bottle, a small stack of books, or a basket of cleaning supplies. Because the shelves are fixed rather than adjustable, you avoid the hassle of drilling holes or buying extra brackets, which can be a relief for renters who can't make permanent alterations. In terms of weaknesses, the biggest hidden trade-off is the lack of adjustable shelving. While fixed shelves simplify assembly, they also limit you if your storage needs change over time. If you suddenly acquire a larger wine rack or need taller space for bulkier items, you'll be stuck with the existing dimensions. The cabinet also leans slightly forward due to its design, which is intentional to create a leaning wall aesthetic, but it means the back rests against the wall for support. In homes with uneven walls or where the floor isn't perfectly level, you might notice a wobble that requires a shim or two to correct. Lastly, the versatile claim is true only up to a point. The narrow width means you can't store wide items like large board games or a set of stacked blankets without folding them, so you'll need to think creatively about what fits. A real-world scenario helps illustrate these points. Imagine you've just moved into a one-bedroom apartment and the living room doubles as a guest room. You need a place to keep a few bottles of wine, a couple